All right, welcome back to another video in the complete web development series. In this chapter, we are building a to-do app using React.js, and we are using functional components, and we're using all vanilla React type state management using their React hooks with reducers and context, and we're using state and things like that. So like I've mentioned many times, I prefer to use something like MobX over this, but I saw this as an opportunity to learn this myself and to teach it to you so that you don't have to use any external libraries on simple applications. And so what we're going to do in this video is just rehash some of the stuff we've already done. We're going to finish out our sign up form and make sure that you can register for the site. And it's just going to be a little bit of repetition of the things we've already gone over. And I think we've moved quite quickly through a lot of the concepts. So doing a little repetition now is going to help us learn and help some of those more complex things kind of sink in. So with that being said, let's go over and switch over to the screen. I want to make sure that we have XAMPP up and running since we're going to need the MySQL database. Also going to make sure that the Node.js server is up and running. And we are going to make sure that npm has been started in our React.js app. The other thing I'm going to do here is we're going to go ahead and create a new branch for this video, so this v9, and we'll do a get push -u so that you guys can have this. And once that's done, we are ready to go. I'm going to hit clear here, and we're here in our application. I've kind of closed all the files down so that we can open them up as needed. The first thing that we're going to need to do is let's go ahead and go to our source, open up components, go to your auth directory, and open up signup.js. Now right now this is an empty file. If you don't even have this, go ahead and create signup.js. The other file that we're going to need open right now is, let's go to our auth index. And let's just go ahead and import in our auth index our sign up, and we're going to get that from signup.js. And then what we're going to do here is inside of our, we're going to add another route here, and this route is going to be, so if the path is auth sign up, then we want the component to be displayed here to be our sign up component, like that. Okay, I believe that's all we're going to need to do in this file here, so we can go ahead and save that and close it down. The syntax highlighting is not right yet because we don't actually have a React component here. So let's go ahead and build that out. The first thing that we need to do is import. We're going to need use state from our React application. The next thing that we want to get is we want to get our link and our use history from React router DOM. And then what we want to do is get our field block component that we created, and that's going to come from elements /field block. The other thing that we want to import here is our form, and that's going to come from helpers form. And then let's go ahead and get our button component, and that's going to come from elements button. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we're going to go ahead and create our sign up. So this is going to be a function called sign up. This could take props, but we're not going to need any props right now, so it's just going to be called sign up. And then at the top here, let's go ahead and create our constant for our history, and that's going to be equal to an instant the run use history there. The next thing that we want to do is set up our form fields that we're going to need. So let's go ahead and set up fields and set fields. And we're going to get those by calling our useState hook. And inside there, we're going to set that up initially with an f name, which gets a value. We're going to use isInvalid false. And then our message is going to be an empty string here. And then I'm just going to copy this a few times to get all the fields that we're going to need for this form. See, we're going to need lname, email, password, and confirm password. So now all we have to do is change fname to lname. We'll change this one to email, this one to password, and this one to confirm underscore password. I'll get rid of that last little comma there. The next thing that we want to do is set up our success function. So we'll just say function success, and that's going to take a response. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do our history.push after they've successfully set this up, and we're going to push them to auth login. Next thing we're going to do, well, it won't do anything there. Now let's go ahead and set up our form. And our form is going to be equal to new form, so a new instantiation of our form object that we created. And we're going to send this to sign up, but we're not sending it to auth sign up, we're sending this to users sign up. We're going to pass it our fields and our set fields method from our useState, and then we're going to pass it our success callback once that's done. Next thing that we need to do is just return our form here. So inside of here, we're going to just create a div. You know what? I'm going to try to install one more application. I'm going to type in React and install this ES7 plus React Native. Not React Native. We don't want React Native. Let's try this React extension pack right here. I have that already. Okay. Well, maybe we'll try this one. What I'm trying to do is get some JSX going on. Let's try that. JSX snippets. I'll install that one too. See if that helps us out a little bit here. All right, so now we have the return div. And I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to open that back up. And we'll open our folder here. This is in my opt lamp htdocs, and it's called to do. All right, once I have here, let's see if this works now. It still does not work. Okay, fine, whatever. Stupid VS Code. All right, we're gonna type create an account to get started. All right. Then we're gonna start adding our field blocks here. So I'm gonna add a field block. This field block will get an ID, we'll set that equal to fname. The label will be set to first name. Type is text, so I don't need to pass that in. IsInvalid is going to be equal to fields.fname.is invalid. Value will be set to fields.fname.value. OnChange will be set to form.handle input changes. And our feedback is going to be set to fields.fname.message. So I can copy this now and we can create. Awesome. Thank you, VS Code. I'm going to stop using VS Code. I'm getting sick of this. I'm going to change all these fname values here to reference the L name. All right. And maybe if I go all the way to here, copy that. I'll tell you that I have a lot easier time developing these React applications with not with VS Code. I use IntelliJ at work, and I'm sure I'm doing something wrong with VS Code. I know it's a nice application, but this is annoying. This kind of shit right here just gets on my nerves. But I'm thankful for an open source software that is nice. One thing here for the password, we do need to send a type equal to password. A lot of repetition here. It's not bad. We're almost done with our whole form. And this will be our last field here. And this is going to be confirm password, the ID here. Type will stay password, but we'll add confirm password to all of these values. All right, the next thing that we need is our buttons to submit the form. So let's add a div with a class of L_footer buttons. And of course that won't work. Y VS Code Y. L_footer buttons deflex justify content between align items center. That'll center them vertically. See, it code completes my closing div there and then just doesn't indent it correctly. Like, maybe it didn't. What did it do? I don't know. And then in here, we're going to add a link and we'll send them to auth login. And we'll say already have an account, log in. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add a button here and we'll give it a variant equal to primary. And on the on click of that, we are going to trigger our form.submit form method. And then we'll just call this register. We could, to make that consistent, we could say sign up. All right, let's go back here. Let me close that down. All right, so export default is imported as sign up and it's not found in sign up. So let's go and look at that now. And that is because we are not exporting this function yet. So down here at the bottom, we're going to export default sign up like that, and that should fix that. Now if I click on register, it took a little time, but now our form is now loaded. So now we have first name, last name, email, password, confirm password. Let's just test this out. I'm going to open up an inspector here. Now if I click this already have an account, this should take me back and forth, which it does, and you can see that it's not reloading the page. It's just navigating using React Router DOM. So let's go ahead and go to network and make sure that all of this sends correctly. So I'm going to add Jules, Parham Jules at mailinator.com. We'll hit sign up. And then on this sign up here, it's sending us to the wrong page. That's fine. Let's go and look at this. So we got success true, and then we got this user with the ID of 4 back. So now Jules is part of this. Let's fix that. I'm gonna go back to sign up here. And we have a problem here with the success function. Now let's add Tony, Parham Tony at Mailinator. Sign up. And now it goes here, and if I try to log in with Parham Tony at Mailinator, you can see that it does work, and it says hi Tony at the top here. So let's try Parham Jules at Mailinator. Now you can see it says hi Jules, and we're logged in there. Perfect. So that flow seems to work really well. What I'd like to be able to do though is I'd like to post some toaster notes, or whatever that people like to call them. They're just like little notifications that pop up for a few seconds. And I found a really cool one that I think we have time to add really quickly. So what we can do is go to your terminal, and let's see what was the name of that. It was called React Alert. So let's look for that real quick. Let's go to npm. I'll show you how to kind of start finding this stuff. So in npm, I'm going to look for React Alert. There it is, an exact match. This is the one I want here. And it gives us the installation here, and then we have some templates we can use, and it tells us how to install those templates as well. So which one did I choose to just, I got the basic one before. So I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this, which will save React Alert and React Alert with a basic template. So I'm going to copy that, npm install -- save, and we'll go here to our terminal, and I'll paste that in. And I had an extra little $sign there that I copied over from the website. But now you can see that it's going to install React Alert and React Alert template. And this is a neat little library that's going to add a lot of polish to our little application here. I think what I want to do, we need this to actually be kind of in the root of our application, so we can call this in any sort of component, and it'll work. And so what the most logical place I can think to put this right now, it doesn't really go with this, but if we put it in our context provider and wrap our entire application in it, then it's going to be included by default. So what we'll do here is let's import, let's import our positions provider as alert provider, because we already have a provider here. And we're going to get that from the React Alert library we just installed. And then we need the template too. So we're going to install the alert template from React Alert template basic. We installed that one as well. And then what we're going to do is right here in this, we have this auth store. Let's go ahead and inside of there, let's do an alert provider. And we'll pop our children into that alert provider like that. And then we're going to give this some options here. So in this alert provider, we're going to say template. And the template that it's going to take is our alert template. And then for options is going to be an object, and we'll pass position. And we'll get our positions dot bottom center. This is a constant that comes from right here in this React Alert application. So this is the configuration that we need for our alerts to work. So when they sign up, let's go ahead and give them an alert when they sign up, basically saying that, hey, you're registered, you may now log in. And so in the success here, right before this, or there's right after this history.push, let's get the alert. And so what we could do here is import use alert from React Alert. And then at the top here, we can actually add, let's add it here. Const alert is equal to use alert. Now, anytime we want to call alert, we can just do alert.show. And we can give it a message. So we're going to say, you are registered. You may now log in. And then I'm going to give this a second parameter here called timeout. And I can give that a number of milliseconds. So this will be 6 seconds, and it'll show this for 6 seconds. So let's try that now. Let's go to our React app. And let's go to register, and let's register Marcellus. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close this so we can kind of see it. Hit sign up, and now you can see we have this thing that popped up and said you are registered, you may now log in. And after 6 seconds, it goes away on its own, and now we're taken to this login. So what's really cool about that is now we can use those alerts anywhere we want to alert the user of different things that happen in the application. So we may decide to add something when they log in, you know. We may decide to add something when they log out. That sort of thing. So let's go, let me check, let's see. All right, sorry about that. Had to use the restroom. All right, so I want to add a message when they log out. So and this is going to be an experiment. I'm going to see if I can do this. If we go to our auth context, I'm going to see if I can actually get import use alert from React Alert. And then what we want to do here is when they log out, before this return right here, actually we'll need to add it up here. We're going to say const alert is equal to use alert, like that. And then inside of here, let's use alert.show. We'll say you have been successfully logged out. And we'll do a timeout again for 6 seconds. So let's see if inside this reducer, let's see if we can actually use this alert. We might not be able to. All right, so it's saying it must be called in a React function component or a hook function. So what if we, inside of this reducer here, what if we pop it in there? It's not a custom React hook function. Awesome. Well, you know what, we could do this. So that was just an experiment that went wrong. No problem. What we can do is we can go to our main menu where we actually have that log out function. And since this is in a React component here, we will be able to use this here. So we can say import use alert from React alert. And then up here, we're going to say const alert is equal to use alert. And then after this log out here, we're going to say alert.show. And we'll say you have been successfully logged out. And again, we'll just give this a timeout of 6 seconds. So let's log in now. We'll log in as Curtis, why not? Actually, that Curtis doesn't exist. This Curtis exists. We'll log in, and we got some sort of a problem. Let's go see what happened. Template is marked as required in provider, but its value is undefined. Let's try that again. So we got a problem here with our and our auth store component. So let's go to our auth context. Oh, I forgot to delete that. Let's refresh and close this. I think this will work now. I just had a problem where I forgot to do something. And then when we log out, we should get that. Oh, yep, there it is. You have been successfully logged out. We can close that manually or it'll automatically go away in 6 seconds. And if we go to our database now and we refresh here in our users, you can see all of our registered users that came from that app. Let's try to register someone who's already been registered. We should have this. I think we'll have this covered. And there we go. It says email must be unique, meaning this user already exists. We could probably give them a better message here that says something like, you know, please pick a different email address. This one's already taken. If you already have an account log in. So there we go. I don't like how our hover effect for this register is white. So let's fix that while we're here, and then we'll call it a video. To fix that, we'll go to public styles app.css, and let's look for our links here. And it's possible if it's a button, an A tag with a O. Yeah. So the problem here is this hover effect right here. So I think what we need to do, oh, we're doing it right here. I know this isn't a button yet, but let's, right here at the bottom of these buttons, let's just get our anchor tags by default. Let's set those to a color, and I'm pretty happy with the color. Let's try our variable. Let's do, let's see, let's look at all the colors that we have here to pick one. I like the theme accent, so let's use that accent color. Theme accent. And then what we're going to do is we'll say a hover, and that color, let's set that to a variable. And I don't know if we have anything appropriate. Let's see. You know what, if they hover, let's turn it to theme X dark. For now. Let's see what that looks like. Very fresh. There we go. Yeah, that's better than white. I also don't like that underline there. Let's get rid of that underline. So in this A tag here, we're going to do text decoration none. There we go. It's a lot better. All right, so we have the ability to log in, log out, and register now. And we have little pop-up notifications that happen when you log out. So that's pretty neat. Also, when you register a new user. So we'll go ahead and add Benjamin. Farham Ben at Mailinator. Now I have my whole family in here. Says you are registered, you may now log in. And if I look at my database, I indeed have a Benjamin. So got all of my family members here and they can all log in. So with that, guys, I hope you are enjoying this. We have a full login registration system working now with the front end. And now what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to start grabbing our to-dos. So if you log in, we want to get our to-dos from the back end. And those are going to be on this screen here. So we'll be able to navigate to to-dos and my contacts. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.